Welcome back to the days. Today we will learn about the shocking and devastating consequences that await Holly Jonas as she becomes the unsuspecting victim of Sophia Choi's most sinister and calculated scheme yet. What you're about to discover will leave you absolutely horrified by the terrible fate that befalls our beloved Holly when she falls directly into Sophia's perfectly orchestrated trap. Sophia's masterful web of deception. Sophia Choi has transformed into Salem's most dangerous predator, and her latest target couldn't be more vulnerable. The cunning manipulator has meticulously crafted an elaborate plan that will not only destroy Holly's reputation but completely shatter her relationship with Tate Black forever. What makes this scheme particularly chilling is how Sophia has positioned herself as the innocent victim while orchestrating Holly's downfall with surgical precision. The depth of Sophia's manipulation runs far deeper than anyone could imagine. She has been studying Holly's every move, learning her vulnerabilities, and identifying the exact moments when she would be most defenseless. This isn't just teenage jealousy. This is a calculated campaign of psychological warfare designed to eliminate Holly as competition once and for all. The devastating trap that destroys everything. The horror begins when Sophia expertly manipulates Holly into a situation that will haunt her for months to come. Using her knowledge of Holly's trust and naivety, Sophia creates the perfect scenario where Holly becomes completely helpless and exposed. The psychological trauma that Holly will endure from this betrayal goes beyond anything she has ever experienced, leaving lasting scars that will affect every relationship in her life. What's particularly disturbing is how Sophia uses Holly's own kindness against her. She exploits Holly's genuine desire to help others, turning her compassionate nature into the very weapon that will destroy her. The manipulation is so sophisticated that Holly never sees it coming, making her fall into the trap with complete trust and vulnerability. Tate Black caught in the crossfire. Meanwhile, Tate Black finds himself in an impossible position as he desperately tries to uncover the truth about Sophia's mysterious past. His investigation into the adoption information has led him down a dangerous path where he must choose between his love for Holly and his need for answers. The kiss he shared with Sophia in a moment of desperation will come back to haunt him in ways he never anticipated. Brady Black, recognizing the deteriorating situation between his son and Holly, desperately urges Tate to repair the damage before it's too late. Brady's paternal instincts tell him that something sinister is happening, but he has no idea just how deep Sophia's schemes run or how devastating the consequences will be for everyone involved. Tate's attempts to extract information from Sophia have only made him more entangled in her web. Each conversation, each stolen moment, and each desperate attempt to learn the truth about the baby draws him further away from Holly and closer to Sophia's carefully planned trap. His noble intentions to protect Holly ironically make him an unwitting accomplice in her destruction. The blackout that changes everything. The week of September 22nd to 26th brings a blackout to Salem that creates the perfect opportunity for Sophia's most diabolical scheme yet. As darkness falls over the town, Sophia sees her chance to execute the final phase of her plan against Holly. The power outage provides the cover she needs to commit an act so heinous that it will shock even the most seasoned days of our lives' viewers. During this blackout, Ariana Horton becomes an unwitting participant in Sophia's scheme when she allows her roommate's supposed friend into their shared dormitory space. Ari's trusting nature and desire to help creates the opening that Sophia has been waiting for. The teenager has no idea that her simple act of kindness will set in motion events that will devastate her friend's life. The horrifying photo scandal. What happens next will leave viewers absolutely stunned and horrified. As Holly sleeps peacefully in her dormitory room, completely unaware of the danger surrounding her, Sophia seizes the moment to commit an unforgivable violation of privacy and trust. The compromising photographs that Sophia takes of Holly in her vulnerable state represent more than just teenage revenge. They constitute a criminal act that will have far-reaching consequences. Sophia's excitement over her successful scheme is truly disturbing as she revels in the perfection of her plan. Her cold calculation and complete lack of empathy reveal the true depth of her twisted personality. The way she manipulates the situation to appear accidental, while knowing full well the devastating impact these images will have on Holly's life, shows a level of cruelty that is truly shocking. The photographs themselves are just the beginning of Holly's nightmare. Sophia's plan for how to use these images to destroy Holly's relationships, reputation, and self-worth demonstrates a level of strategic thinking that goes far beyond typical teenage drama. She has thought through every possible scenario and prepared for every potential outcome, ensuring that Holly will be completely defenseless against the attack. The ripple effect of destruction. The consequences of Sophia's actions extend far beyond just Holly and Tate's relationship. The photograph scandal will send shockwaves through Salem, affecting multiple families and relationships in ways that no one could predict. Brady Black's attempts to guide his son through this crisis will be complicated by secrets and lies that go deeper than anyone realizes. The emotional trauma that Holly experiences from this violation will change her fundamentally as a person. Her trust in others, her self-confidence, and her ability to form healthy relationships will all be severely impacted by Sophia's cruel scheme. The psychological damage may take years to heal, if it ever fully heals at all. Ariana's unwitting role. Ariana Horton's involvement in this disaster adds another layer of complexity to the situation. As Holly's roommate and friend, Ari will be devastated to learn that she inadvertently helped facilitate the attack on Holly. Her guilt over allowing Sophia access to their room will create additional emotional turmoil and may damage her friendship with Holly permanently. The teenager's innocence and trusting nature make her the perfect pawn in Sophia's game. Ari's desire to be helpful and accommodating becomes a weakness that Sophia exploits without hesitation. The psychological impact on Ari of learning how she was used will add another victim to Sophia's growing list of casualties. The dark future ahead. As Sophia prepares to unleash her photographic evidence, she holds all the power in this twisted game. Her ability to control the narrative and manipulate the situation to her advantage puts Holly in an almost impossible position. The timing and manner in which Sophia reveals the images will be carefully calculated to cause maximum damage and ensure that Holly has no way to defend herself. The scandal will not only destroy Holly's relationship with Tate, but will likely affect her relationships with everyone in her life. The shame and humiliation she experiences will be compounded by the knowledge that someone she trusted betrayed her in the most intimate and devastating way possible. The aftermath of this scandal will reverberate through Salem for months to come, creating new alliances and destroying old ones. Sophia's actions will have consequences that she never anticipated, as the web of lies and manipulation begins to unravel in ways that will ultimately lead to her own downfall. But the damage to Holly will already be done, and the scars may never fully heal. Part 2. Has Tony finally secured his victory? The battle between the Kiriakis brothers and the DiMera reaches a boiling point. In the world of Days of Our Lives, family rivalries, power struggles, and shocking betrayals are the heart and soul of Salem's drama. For decades, audiences have watched the wealthy DiMera family clash with the equally powerful Kiriakis dynasty, each side determined to hold on to influence, pride, and control. And now, in one of the most heated chapters of this long-running saga, the question burning in everyone's mind is simple. Has Tony DiMera finally won? This week's episodes pull viewers into a storm of tension as Xander and Philip Kiriakis find themselves standing shoulder to shoulder in a rare alliance, ready to face Tony. But as we all know, nothing in Salem is ever that straightforward. Xander takes action. A visit to the office. The drama opens with Xander, never one to shy away from a confrontation, arriving at the office to go over the details of Tony's looming lawsuit. At first glance, Xander appears calm and businesslike, but beneath that cool exterior, he is sizing up the situation with his usual cunning. He knows Tony is no ordinary opponent. Philip, meanwhile, is skeptical. He suspects Xander might be withholding vital information about a shady mail scam, something Philip worries could be used as leverage, perhaps even blackmail, against them. With Xander, after all, there is always a question of whether he is acting out of loyalty or his own self-interest. That tension keeps their partnership rocky at best, But in true Kiriakis fashion, both men realize that unity may be their only chance to stand against Tony. What Philip doesn't expect, however, is that Xander has come prepared. He produces a crucial document, a co-CEO contract, ready to be signed. This is no small gesture. By pushing the contract across two desks that have been shoved together, Xander is not just offering paperwork. He is extending a lifeline, cementing an alliance, and creating a visual of two forces reluctantly uniting against a common foe. Philip's sacrifice and Xander's brutal honesty. Philip, ever the conflicted heir to Titan's fortune, makes a surprising move. He contemplates sacrificing himself in the battle, perhaps stepping aside if it means sparing the company or the family. But Xander, true to his ruthless nature, reminds him that family loyalty has never been his strong suit. If throwing his own brother under the bus will give him an edge, Xander won't hesitate. That is who Xander is, brash, pragmatic, and dangerously unafraid to burn bridges. Yet, despite their differences, the two men push forward together. Their decision: sign the papers and head straight to the Lion's Den. Tony DiMera himself at the iconic DiMera mansion. The confrontation at the mansion. Few settings in Salem carry as much weight as the DiMera mansion, with its dark wood, elegant decor, and history of scheming and power plays. It is in this very living room that countless confrontations have unfolded over the decades, and now Philip and Xander step inside to deliver their challenge. Tony, of course, is waiting, calm, collected, and oozing confidence. He listens as the Kiriakis men attempt to rattle him with news of their co-CEO arrangement. But Tony is not impressed. In fact, he practically laughs at their attempt. This farce is too petty and too late, he declares, brushing off their supposed show of strength as little more than an amateur performance. Xander, however, refuses to be dismissed so easily. He locks eyes with Tony, his glare sharp and unyielding, and delivers a powerful retort. He insists that unlike the constantly feuding DiMera, he and Philip stand united as one. This unity, Xander claims, gives them the strength to confront the DiMera, their family's oldest and most dangerous enemy. For longtime fans, this is a moment of pure drama. Who would have imagined years ago that Xander and Tony would one day find themselves in such a fiery showdown? The intensity of their confrontation sends shockwaves through the room and through the audience watching at home. Tony's warning. But Tony DiMera has not survived this long in Salem by underestimating his rivals. He quickly turns the tables, issuing a stern warning. If Philip and Xander insist on fighting him in court, they will accomplish nothing but disaster. The legal battle will drain them of time, money, and energy, leaving the Kiriakis' name tarnished and Titan's reputation in ruins. And even after all of that, Tony insists they will still lose. It is a chilling prediction, delivered with the calm certainty of a man who already knows the ending to the story. A new offer on the table. When Philip and Xander refuse to back down, Tony adjusts his strategy. Instead of threats, he offers temptation. Why waste resources battling each other, he asks, when a more practical solution lies within reach. Tony proposes a deal. He will pay them a substantial sum of money in exchange for Titan. The DiMera empire will grow stronger, and the Kiriakis brothers will walk away wealthy and unburdened by the stress of a losing fight. To Tony, it is simple. The DiMera legacy is his birthright, and Titan will eventually fall into his hands one way or another. In his mind, it is not a question of if, but when. What happens next? For the audience, the tension is at its peak. Will Philip and Xander be tempted by Tony's generous financial offer, or will they hold fast, determined to protect Titan, even at the risk of losing everything? This chapter of the DiMera-Kiriakis feud is more than just a business negotiation. It is a battle of wills, a clash of egos, and a test of loyalty and survival. With each man standing his ground, Salem finds itself once again at the brink of a war that could reshape its powerful families forever. So has Tony won yet? The answer may depend on what happens next, but one thing is certain. Tony DiMera has proven, once again, that he is one of the most formidable players Salem has ever seen. And for fans who love the fiery confrontations, the sharp dialogue, and the sense of family legacies colliding, this storyline is a reminder of why Days of Our Lives remains one of the most enduring dramas on television.